Here we are, bopping to the music. Hey, good afternoon or good morning or wherever you're watching from, because we don't know. This is Good Health by Claudia, podcast with me, Denny Schaffer. This is a production of Denny Radio, and we're on episode 71. 71. And yeah, we are just clicking them off. And
Cruising along.
we have, I've been waiting for this one. I actually asked for this discussion because I have very inconsistent sleep. But before we do that, how are you today, Claudia?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
So is Mercury in retrograde kicking your fanny like it is me?
Yeah, for those of you that know what Mercury retrograde is.
Look it up. It's real. It's happening. And it messes with communication.
Yeah, technology.
Yeah. I've had issues with a little bit with my phone, but then my computer just decides to do what it wants when it wants. And sometimes it just shuts down. It's just been very bizarre. More active this Mercury in retrograde.
Well, the other planets are doing a lot of stuff, but it's funny. The other day I told you I had a woman that said, "What's that planet you always talk about when it does something weird thing?" And I laughed. I said, "Mercury retrograde." She goes, "Yeah, that." She says, "My phone's not working. My computer's acting weird." And she said, "I was supposed to schedule something with someone and they scheduled the wrong time." I laughed. I said, "Well, welcome to Mercury retrograde."
That's it.
That's it.
It also affects communication between you and your significant other. So be very careful with that, what you say, because it could come back to bite you. Anyway, all right, before we talk about good sleep, because I know, well, at least most of my life, and I think for a lot of people, is
definitely
we have not made sleep a priority. And sleep needs to be made a priority. So we're going to get to that in a second.
Yep.
But we didn't get a chance to talk about this. And I think this is good news. And I'm sure you'll agree. Nestlé company. They say they're removing artificial dyes by next year. Okay.
Yeah.
It's about a round of applause. Well, it's taking them forever. They're gonna eliminate the synthetic colors from all U.S. foods and drinks by mid 2026.
Yep.
They said they were going to do it in 2015.
So that's what I was going to say. Here's the thing. I know. I think it's great.
Okay.
A lot of people are very excited. However, the issue is it was known many, many, many years ago,
right,
that those dyes were very toxic and nothing was done about it. So shame on every one of those companies.
Shame.
That continued to put junk in the food. And a lot of them continue, but now we're dealing with a bunch of customers are asking me about Bill Gates' appeal for apples. The USDA allowed his coating or whatever it is on apples to go under the organic label. So the whole thing is very kind of a mess, but I guess we'll take the victories where we can find them.
Yes.
But this is why we've always, it's been so important to me to help educate the public, because people have been eating all this stuff and they don't realize they're eating it. And then everybody wonders why everybody doesn't feel good. So I think it's great that all the artificial stuff is coming out, but I do feel bad for all the millions of children whose brains were harmed because of it. So, but at any rate, as I said, we'll take victories where we can get it.
And this also follows similar moves by Kraft Heinz and General Mills.
Yes.
It's baby steps. I mean, they just blame the government. Nestle said that they were going to do it in 2015, but they say this time the changes are real and it'll stick. So listen, they follow the lie of, well, the government says, okay, it's not that bad. We know it's bad, but it's not that bad. And we follow the
nonsense.
We follow the FDA's guidelines and all that stuff. So, it's up to the people. That's BS. We know it's all about profit. So I'm thankful it's a good baby step. Here's something that I didn't know. California and West Virginia now ban dyes in all their school meals, and Texas is going to require warning labels if there's dyes in foods starting in 2027. Now those are good steps.
Those are good steps.
We need to go further, though. We need to go further. Stop poisoning our food supply, because that's what it is.
Well, but what's sad? Because my sons and I were in Europe and with some friends, group of friends, in October of 2023. And all over Europe, when you see a lot of the American munchies, they don't have all that junk in it. So they're making better quality products for Europe, but they're still putting the toxins in the American food supply. Really? It's like, come on. If you can do it for Europe, just do it. But again, I believe the American public has to take some responsibility in this.
We got to demand it.
We got to, and quit buying the junk.
Yeah.
When people quit buying the junk, they'll quit making the junk because there's no money in it if nobody's buying it. For me, it comes down to the public.
People aren't going to stop buying the junk, Claudia. So let's make the junk better for you, or at least get rid of a lot of the toxins.
But here's the thing. For every commercial snack, candy, whatever on the market with junk, there's wonderful companies making the same products without the junk.
Boom. I guarantee
that's the
you.
Point.
And I normally don't do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Whatever you crave, whatever is your weak spot, if you go into Health Foods by Claudia, you're going to find something comparable and probably better that'll be organic, and
Absolutely.
It won't be poisoning you, and
Absolutely.
you'll still get your fix. I guarantee it.
And thank you. Because I always tell everybody, I've said from the day I started that store, if I don't want to feed something to me and my family, I don't want to feed it to you and your family. And
Boom.
That's the way I do it.
There you go.
That's the way we do it. So,
all right, there you go. How's that a start for the podcast? I love it. All right. I looked this up because I know something that I've neglected most of my life.
Okay.
Is sleep. Okay. I did morning radio for, I don't know, 40 some years. So I'd get up at crazy hours. I would never get enough sleep. Weekends, you try to cram it all in. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sleep is critically important for overall health, affecting physical and mental well-being, as well as cognitive function and so much more.
Right.
I mean, just mentally, I feel so much better when I get a solid 8, sometimes even 9 hours. And at my age, I'm supposed to get somewhere between 7 and 9. And I think that's for like most people, 7 to 9 hours.
Probably, yeah.
I strive for 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I do pretty well. I wear a smartwatch and it keeps track of my sleep, and it tells me, how many times I hit my goal of 8 hours. But we all neglect it. And I don't think we realize, I'm realizing as I get older, how much it affects every part of my life. I mean, everything. So that's why I wanted to do this.
A lot is happening during those cycles, especially the REM cycle, the rapid eye movement cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very important cycle. That's when cognitive health, it's supporting cognitive function and emotional health. And, you see people, especially we have a lot of customers over the years, they work nights. And they never really regulate that sleep.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult. But when people don't get into that REM sleep, it really plays a big role, especially, as I said, for cognitive function.
So last night, I was awake for 46 minutes, which is not good. Stinking cats. I had an hour and 16 minutes of REM, 5 hours and 51 minutes of core, and 47 minutes of deep sleep.
Wow. Well, deep sleep, probably, because it cycles, right?
Right.
It goes through the cycle,
and then it shows
over
you,
and over.
It shows you.
Yeah.
So that's the deep sleep. And the thing that I find interesting is my deepest sleep is always the first part of my sleep. When I go to sleep hard, and it goes deep, and then it, fluctuates the rest of the night. So but I'm inconsistent, like probably a lot of people, and our diet affects that.
And that's where we're going to start.
I try to lay off caffeine, later on in the day. So where do you want to start with products that is going to help people get better
first
sleep?
I want to talk about the importance of, any imbalance that people walk through the doors with. And we've seen it all through the years. I mean, we've seen a lot of stuff. And I'm grateful because it always is teaching us. So, so many people are coming in with sleep disturbances, and they have for years. And I meant to look up and just look at the stat of how many people are dealing with sleep imbalances. I don't know what the stat is because
I bet you it's a big
stat.
Yeah.
And now you've got all these people on all these different meds, which is making everything worse. So when people come in, we always start with, what are you eating and drinking? Because here's a classic. A lot of people, especially, well, I shouldn't say especially older people, but we have a lot of people that at night they like to eat ice cream. It's a treat.
Hmm.
It's a comfort food. It's a treat. Well, it's all sugar and it's
Right.
all dairy.
Right.
And if somebody can't handle the dairy, number one, plus they're getting sugar, and I'm not picking on ice cream, but it's fair to say what people are eating throughout the day is affecting not only how they feel during the day, but how they sleep. So the first thing, which if you're having sleep issues, you got to change what you're doing. Get rid of the sugar, get rid of the caffeine, get rid of, the stimulants. And I'm a fan, and everyone has different opinions about what's the right way to eat and all that stuff. I'm a fan. We see a lot of people that they need a little bit of protein before they go to sleep
Okay.
because it stabilizes their blood sugar and it helps them get a better night's sleep. But at any rate, we always start with food. Then from there, there's a lot of products that we could go over. I brought some.
Okay.
There's-
Before you do that, I
Yeah.
just remembered something because I
Okay.
saw this story about a study that was done at Penn State.
Okay.
Penn State University found eating avocados might help you sleep better.
I gotta have a
Researchers said,
feelings.
is the podcast that hot?
No, it's
a
just
hot
hot.
podcast.
It's hot. It's
It
just
is
a
hot.
hot day and it's
It is.
muggy and
Anyway,
always warm.
avocados might help you sleep better. Researchers at Penn State had people eat one avocado a day for 6 months, and they were surprised to find out that their sleep improved. It also lowered people's cholesterol, which they expected. They're not sure why it helped them sleep better. Their best guess is that all the extra nutrients avocados have, they're loaded with fiber, potassium, folate, vitamin K, and other good stuff.
Right.
They say more researchers needed to figure out exactly why avocados might help you sleep better. But sleeping well is important to your overall health and aging, so it could be an easy way to improve your health in general. So I found that was very timely that came out, and it goes along with what you said.
Yep.
Whatever you're putting into your body, eventually, especially later on in the day and into the evening, is going to affect your sleep.
Well, and why is that?
Because everything starts in the
Starts in the
gut,
gut.
man.
There you
Right
go.
there.
Starts in the gut.
In the
Everybody
gut.
needs to remember that.
You know what? We need shirts. We need shirts that says
It all starts in the gut.
it all starts in the gut. Claudia's health food. I like it. I can get that done, by the way. I know people that make shirts. The people
Oh,
that made this.
Lord.
Frogtown Tees and
Yeah.
Mommy.
Very nice.
We get it done.
So we ready to start some products?
Let's do it. Let's help people.
Okay, so I always start with magnesium. We've talked about magnesium on lots of podcasts. We recently did one with Bioptimizers. We had a great response. A lot of people really like that podcast.
Oh, and I love that drink.
Yeah.
I take it every day.
So I brought it back to show.
Oh, good.
This is magnesium. Now the powder has 8 different forms of magnesium. The capsules have 7. It's a wonderful product. It tastes great. People love it. And magnesium is going to do what magnesium is meant to do. It relaxes muscles, it relaxes nerves. It's very important for the kidneys and at cellular level and the brain. And we always say it's used in over 300 metabolic functions. Now researchers are saying they're finding it's even more than that. So it's a critically important mineral. I think it's one of the most important things to start with on a daily basis for numerous reasons, and also to help you sleep. So we encourage people, take it at night. Well, some people need it morning and night.
I take it during the day.
But a lot of people, if they're just starting magnesium, we start them at night. And over the years, so many people have come in and said, "Oh my God, I'm sleeping better because of the magnesium, because it's very calming." So it's a nice product. So
Well, I'm going to try that tonight. See how it helps.
and I think everybody, I don't know if that's politically correct to say everybody, but let's just say most everybody needs magnesium in their life.
There you go.
So
Here's the product one more time, people. There you go.
So
And that one's going over to Denny's pile.
I just wanted to, chamomile is such a simple, old, tried and true herb. A lot of people remember their grandmother drinking chamomile tea. And I did bring the tea also. You can show that. This is with lavender, and the capsules are just straight up chamomile. Chamomile is a beautiful herb. I say that about every herb because they're all beautiful and they're magnificent. Chamomile is very calming to the nervous system. It's in the nervine category. It's very calming. So something as simple as as chamomile can help people get a better night's sleep.
And obviously no caffeine in this.
No caffeine.
No caffeine.
That's what I was going to say. This is without caffeine. So the capsules, a lot of people, in fact, I have some people that take a couple before they go to bed. If they wake up in the middle of the night, they might take another couple capsules.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not going to.
No.
See, that's the thing that I find, that I don't have a problem falling asleep.
Right.
I have a problem staying asleep. You know, and sometimes it's because of our cats, but sometimes it's just all of a sudden I wake up and I'm kind of looking around going, what's going on?
Right.
And sometimes I'm awake for 20, 30 minutes and I don't really have anything stressful going on. I'm just,
so
what is it?
One of the products I didn't bring, and I probably should have grabbed, but there's so many beautiful products to teach everybody about. And remember, I always want to remind everybody, we're teaching people the tools to put in their toolbox. If you're a carpenter, you need more than one hammer to build a house.
That's right.
So I always tell people when they look around the store and there's all these bottles, these are tools. And the power for us, our power comes from the more tools we learn, and then we find the ones that work right for us and change lives. We've seen it. So one of the products I did not bring is a homeopathic for calming.
Okay.
So sometimes if somebody doesn't want to take a capsule in the middle of the night, you can take a couple drops of a homeopathic, or you can do some of the homeopathics for sleep or in little pellets. You just let them dissolve in your mouth and you can fall back to sleep. But many, many people are struggling with not only falling asleep, but then staying asleep.
Okay.
So it's a process of finding what your body needs. Because, for instance, this is chamomile. Here's another one. This is passionflower, another beautiful herb. Again, I say that about every herb, but passionflower is also very calming, and you see it in a lot of sleep formulas. So I like to show people individual herbs. You know, if somebody's on a lot of meds, we're not going to put them on something with 10 different herbs in the product.
Right.
We do one at a time. But for people that, a lot of people come in and they're looking for combinations. This is a wonderful company, and this is a great product, very popular. We've sold a lot of it for years. They actually make a small pack. There's like 10 in the box, and it's a trial pack. And this has hops, and it has, let me just show it. So it has poppy, it has valerian, passionflower, which is here, chamomile. It also has lemon balm, another wonderful herb for sleeping. Anyway, this
lemon balm.
Lemon balm.
Lemon balm.
Yep.
Okay, I haven't heard her say that before.
Lemon
in 71
balm.
shows.
Yeah.
Or podcasts or whatever we're on.
So this is a combo. And
so you just take one.
Yes, some people need two.
Now, would you have the chamomile tea and then pop a couple of these?
You can. This is why I like to have people start things one thing at a time.
Don't do both.
So you can feel what you're feeling.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So a lot of people will do they'll do a couple products together, but we had them learn what each one individually made them feel like, and then you put them together. So remember, it's teaching self-healing. It's a skill. It's a beautiful skill.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful skill. And it's something that the public has not been given the opportunity to learn unless they were one of those weirdos coming into a health food store over the years. And I always tell, that elder generation that was coming in when I worked at Bassett's,
right.
Those were very smart people. They were called health nuts and they were ridiculed. They didn't care. They knew what was in their heart.
Oh, I have people make fun of me all the time.
And you know what? And I just, at this point, just say, whatever, it's okay. Say whatever you want. But when people try products that help them, then they learn what all those health nuts have been talking about all these years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this says take one an hour before bedtime and then another one right at bedtime.
Yeah,
it's two.
Yeah. And again, you always, with herbs, start low, work up.
And it says you should have best results are achieved by the second or third night.
So I have some customers that have found, they start with what the label says, but then some will find maybe they need 2 before they go to bed and
Right.
1 later. Or you can mix it up.
Right.
So you just start low, work up, and see what your body responds to. So that's a great
Okay.
product. I did bring some CBD. This is CV Science. This great product. Now, this is their sleep formula. Now, this particular formula has some melatonin in it. So here's where I stand in melatonin. And we've learned a lot of things in health food stores before Western medicine started, getting into what we do, and all these experts all of a sudden know all about all this stuff. With melatonin over the years, I've seen too many people that have come in and said when they take melatonin, they wake up groggy or have a headache.
Really?
Yeah. So not everybody does well with melatonin.
I do well
Melatonin
with
is a
melatonin.
very important product for people that need it. We all produce it. But again, not everybody needs it. So for people that take it and get a good night's sleep, they need that support. But it's fair to say there are people out there that do not do well with melatonin. So a lot of times we'll start somebody on, if they want to do CBD, we do it just by itself. Or we see if they, how they do with melatonin by themselves. They do fine. This is a very popular product.
There's only 3 milligrams
Right.
of melatonin. That's not a lot.
No.
And I don't have any issues with melatonin.
Well, one of our most popular melatonins for people that like to take it, it's a sublingual. So it's not going through the digestive system. It's uptaking here. And it's we have a 1 milligram, and I think we have a 3 milligram.
Okay.
So it's the uptake.
So explain that. How does not everything go through the gut?
Well, meaning just like homeopathy is not going through, it doesn't have to be digested. So when things are dissolving here, they're going through a different pathway.
Got it.
Okay?
Oh, that's why you put stuff under your tongue?
Yes. We had a
Got it.
woman one day that she was up to 15 milligrams of melatonin and she didn't feel good. I'm like, that's too much. So I put her on the sublingual and it worked beautifully for her. And it was a very low dose. So that goes back to more of a gut issue, which we always talk about.
Yes, we do. Now, is this something that's just going to help you fall asleep or keep you asleep?
Well,
what are the other products?
Everyone is very different. So the other thing they have in here is magnolia and lemon balm.
Oh, lemon balm.
For calming. So, and again, a lot of these products, in fact, I had a customer recently, she told me she was Googling herbs that help you fall asleep and herbs that help you stay asleep. And they're all in the same category. So sometimes people just need to make other changes to really get that better night's sleep. So
sleep is so important.
It's very important. This is a particular form of magnesium. This is threonate. This particular form crosses the blood-brain barrier and calms the brain. So we have a lot of people that, they lay down and their brain is racing, thinking about their day and what they're doing tomorrow. And that was one of the homeopathics I was going to bring. That, as I said, I forgot. It was by Newton's, great company, nervousness and anxiety. And a lot of people love that product because it just calms them. Anyway,
the little yellow label thing that I have some right over there.
You use it.
I use it all the time.
It's a great product.
It's the greatest product ever. I use it, believe it or not. When I play golf, I put 6 drops under my tongue before I start playing golf. And then on the turn, I do another 6.
Nice.
And it just
chills you out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's hard for you to keep it on the shelf.
It is.
We had to
double the order.
Because of me, because I bought 3. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait on this stuff. So I have my reserves here at home. I have 3 different bottles going. I keep one in my golf bag, one right over there at my other office, and then one up in my medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
In the master bath.
It's a great product.
Oh, it is. I tell you what, I love that product.
But here's the beauty for me of everything we talk about every week. When more people learn to self-heal, now you have less people running to the doctor,
right?
Running to the ER. I've had nurses tell me so many people in the ER, if they knew what we teach, they wouldn't be in the ER. And we know this. Right. So it's a beautiful thing when people learn how to nourish their health.
Mhm.
And, I always remind everybody, just do it in baby steps. You don't have to start with a million things. In fact, you shouldn't start with a million things.
Nope.
You keep it simple. You do one thing at a time. You start with the basics and you increase as you need it and you build your protocol. But nutrition there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Beautiful. So Magteen, we showed that. We showed the passion flower. I brought 5-HTP. Now, 5-HTP, so the original product that was on the market for many, many, many years was L-tryptophan. And a lot of people know L-tryptophan. They used it for many years. 1989, the FDA pulled it from the market because there were people getting sick, and I think some people died, and they blamed it on the tryptophan. And of course, working with Joe and Pat, and they'd been in the industry so many years, they said right away it wasn't the tryptophan. Something had to have happened to the tryptophan because you can't have it on the market for years and years and years.
Right.
It never hurt anybody. And all of a sudden you got whatever it was, I forget, 80 people or whatever it was. But lo and behold, as it turned out, they found it was a contaminated raw material problem. So it was a contaminated product. It was a contaminated raw material. It was not the tryptophan is wonderful and safe. It was the fact that something was contaminated in the raw material that they produced it from. So,
Got it.
they're always going to want to blame everything on supplements.
Well, yeah, because they don't want supplements to be sold. They want you to buy pharmaceuticals.
Exactly.
It's the big lie, people.
So 5-HTP is the product that that the companies came out with after they pulled tryptophan, because it's part of that. It helps that sleep cycle with the tryptophan, produce serotonin and all those other things.
Tryptophan, which is in turkey, which is why after your Thanksgiving dinner, you always want to go to sleep.
Well, of course, it has nothing to do with all the pie everybody ate.
Oh, and
mashed potatoes.
Oh, exactly.
Whatever. But yes, there's tryptophan
in
turkey.
There is.
So 5-HTP is also a very nice product. We have a lot of people. It says right on the label, supports a positive mood. So it's a very nice product. And you can take it. Some people take it during the day to calm, but we have a lot of people that take it at night.
Maybe I should try this one.
It's a very nice product.
Calming. I need some calming. So we'll put this in Denny's pile. There you go.
So all that's right. What I brought.
That is awesome. Listen, I hope that you'll reach out to Claudia, stop in to Health Foods by Claudia over on Secor Road, and talk to any of your team, because your team is so good and they're knowledgeable.
Thank you. Yeah.
And, just tell them what you got going on and just get one thing.
One thing.
Just get one thing and try it and see what happens. And because it's when your body heals. You got to get your sleep.
Exactly.
And I'm preaching for myself because a lot of times I don't do it, but I try to set, now that I don't get up so early, I try to be in bed, TV off or light off, done reading, whatever, by 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that way I, get up at 6-ish and try to get 8 hours. It's just so important. All right.
Okay. But that just made me think of something when we did the episode on the blue light.
Yes.
You have a lot of people are reading when they go to bed. Instead of they're reading books, they're reading
I read a book
off their computer.
I'm
reading,
old school.
Whatever. I do books too. But remember, all those things are playing a role. And I think it's fair to say in modern times, with everything we're up against, it's throwing a lot of our circadian rhythm off.
Yeah.
And that circadian rhythm is very, very important. It regulates between day and night. And it's very, very important for everything.
There you go.
So,
all right. Please help other people get healthy by sharing Good Health by Claudia podcast. And, we appreciate that. And all your comments will be answered at some point. And if you are a pet owner, you're going to want to tune in to the next episode because we're going to talk about pet health.
We're going to talk about pet health.
So that's going to be fun because a dear friend of ours just got a puppy.
Yes.
So anyway, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And Claudia, like always, going to give you the last word.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Same.
Well, again, always just keep the faith, man. Just keep the faith, get through the day, keep in your faith, look for the positive, look for the blessings. Most people have blessings in front of them and they're overlooking them and they're looking past it and seeing all the misery all around them. Focus what's right before you, nourish your mind, nourish your heart, nourish your body. It's a beautiful way to live. It changes everything. So just take it one day at a time, wrap your arms around yourself, and know that we have the ability and the power to really make a change in how we feel and how, in our health in general. So we appreciate you joining us every week. And thank you, Denny. I appreciate we're doing this. So peace.